Okay, so a pleasant day to everyone. So this is our first module for English for academic and professional purposes, language of academic text from various disciplines. So credits po sa writer, editor, and reviewers ng module na ito from SDO Pampanga. So there might be certain parts of this module which you would not find in your learning activity sheet. So nevertheless, they have the same content naman in terms of the lecture. So at the end of the module, you are expected to distinguish various academic texts and track a well-written academic text. So yeah. So what I know, all your other outputs for this module will form your portfolio of learning. So make sure to answer them carefully and honestly as possible. So dito naman, we have like the acrostic, the academic. So you will have to write your ideas about academic writing. So for example, it gave you uh, an actual sample na letter A. Letter A starts with all essays read about subjects learned in school, or all essays are about subjects learned in school. So ang next mong isusulat is letter C. Pwede uh, created based on researches. Okay, pero we have to be consistent. If you will be using phrases all the way. If you'll be using sentences all the way. So, okay. Language of academic text from various disciplines. So you should be able to distinguish different languages used in different kinds of text. Kasi may iba't ibang text tayo. So, for it to be ready for the professional world. So, even if you're still studying, you are being ready for work already. So there are students who decide to work already after their senior high school. So it's very important that you are equipped with the skills. So for what's in, you have to write the words to complete the three-way Venn diagram, showing the similarities and differences of an essay, a poem, and a story. So ilalagay natin yung mga differences here and similarities dito sa kung saan sila nag-overlap. Okay? And what do we have in common for the for the one in the middle? Okay? And here, arrange the following words and place them where they should belong, either under academic or non-academic. Use a separate sheet for your answers. Okay? So, these are the samples. So, may sample na kayo for academic. It's scholarly. That means it's based on credible sources, while non-academic is to entertain. So I'll give you another one. So for academic, it's formal. The language used is formal because again, these are for specific specializations or for students, while non-academic is informal because it's for people. It's practically for everyone. Okay? So what is it? Let's go to the lecture proper. Okay. So ready na? So, what is the difference between like academic and non-academic text? Okay, so kapag academic, the word na academic comes into your mind, pag-aaral. Okay, yes. The content is associated with formal learning or gaining such knowledge. So, academe, expert, specific field. Non-academic is more on extracurricular and pang-leisure. Okay? So, both texts may be written with the goal to persuade, to entertain, and to inform. Pero iba-iba sila ng approaches. Okay? For academic text, ang academic text, it relies more on research and factual and verifiable materials for the content. Hindi pwede yung puro opinion lang for academic text. For non-academic text, ito yung may research, pwede may research, pero pwede naman siyang informal, pwede naman siyang more on opinion, kasi nga, hindi naman siya for publication, hindi naman siya for publishing a book, it could be your opinion lang. Okay? Academic and non-academic texts are both written for a particular audience. So, while non-academic texts are for mass or public consumption, these are the texts that you would see in your, let's say, sa newsfeed nyo, okay? Lalo na kapag sa mga friends, kung ano man yung share nila, ano man yung pinagdadaanan nila, Okay? Kung lumabas na sila as a friend, public sa hindi. Okay? Public consumption, then scholarly or academic. Okay? So, pwede ito yung mga funny, yung mga memes, mga let's say, mga sharings or inspirational text na hindi mo naman ipaprint sa libro, hindi mo naman siya ipa-publish as a research. And they, on the other hand, kapag naman academic text naman, these are scholarly, they're targeted towards special interests or occupations in the society. So, hindi lahat maintindihan nila fully kung ano yung nandun sa academic text. Pero when it comes to formatting, pareho silang pwede sa print, periodicals, or digital. Okay? Pwedeng makikita mo nakaprint siya sa papel, pwedeng online. Okay? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, everything appears to be online. So, six main text types of academic text. So, ito yung mga bagay na usually nakikita nyo, lalo na you already had your practical research one. So, first is textbook. Okay? Let's say, I have sample here of textbook. Okay. Balikan. So these books were not just written out of feelings or emotions. These were studied carefully. So they are designated or designed to help learners to learn specific subjects or disciplines. Okay? Pati yung language na hindi yung wala kang makikitang brag dito or dodi pet malu because it uses a formal language. So, let's say for example, for this one, like, ito yung content specialist na teacher panel na before mabuo itong buong librong to, ang dami lang dadaan ng mga experts. Okay? Like, for example, this one, although this might be an old book, but it's still useful. Like physics, okay? Ito yung mga dinaanan niyang team, editorial team, before it was published as a book. And almost every year, from time to time, these are revised and edited. So, hindi birong gumawa ng textbook. So, that's why it's academic and it has basis. So, dapat lahat ng mga nakapula dito, tama. Okay? Essays, on the other hand, usually have you show how deep you have learned a topic or a lesson. Hindi siya yung sinulat mo lang na naka one paragraph ka, you feel pretty, you feel good about it, that it's already an essay. It should have that sense of formality. It should have the introduction, main body, and conclusion. At kailangan may citation of sources. You know this one in your practical research one, okay? Kailangan meron kayong sinasite na source, hindi puro opinion nyo. Like, for example, according to Bentilio, 2015, according to Sika, 2021. Okay? So, meron mga ganun sila. Okay? So, next is the thesis. You will probably have to write longer text here, depending sa level. Okay? Pero definitely walang 5-page thesis so as far as I know. Okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, pero wala. So, these could be longer than your essays. They have specific chapters and parts, and it requires a scholarly work. Now, you would really have to read a lot for you to come up with your research. Alam niyo yan, okay? Research articles connected with thesis are written mainly for specialist audience. Like, for example, may bagong research article na nasulat about English language learning. Okay, the target is for English teachers. Or there's research article written about physics, okay? Targeted siya, and it's highly empirical and research-based, okay? So this is other researchers, academics, and postgraduate students. Like when you did your research paper, you relied on research articles. Kasi sila yung reliable at alam mo, pinag-aralan talaga. Case studies also, which could be a part of qualitative or even quantitative research. This may be found in any discipline. Usually, we studied this last school year, right? Under qualitative case studies. They may be found in any discipline, though they are most common in disciplines like humanities, because they're highly descriptive in nature. And they have in-depth studies and they look into the lives of specific individuals, subjects, or groups. So, ayun, it's also academic. And lastly, report. Hindi ito yung report na ginagawa sa lab sa classmate mo. Hindi rin ito yung report na chika mo sa mga friends mo, sa JC nyo. But this is the report that you submit to your teacher, to your boss, indicating what happened, discussing and evaluating its importance. So, depende sa work kung ano yung format ng report, but you need the report. Life is about the report afterwards. Lalo kapag nag-work kayo sa academy or even as a manager, or eventually, you would really face the world of reports. Okay? Hindi yung report na, hindi ano ba, huwag yung gulo eh, nag-report ako lang ganun. Hindi yun. Hindi yun. Okay? The difference of language used in academic text from various disciplines. So, yung language ni academic text is formal. Okay? Yung vocabulary is not for everyday conversation. So, for example, physics. Or no, let's have math. Okay? If you're gonna buy dyan sa may kanto sa Aguas, or sa may palengke, hindi mo sasabihin sa nagtitinda ng mais na pabili po ng square sa 64 na piraso ng mais. Baka nakampas na ng mais. Okay? You just say, pabili po ng 8 pirasong mais. Okay? So the square of 64 is academic. Okay? Something that is in a math book. Okay? It's very formal and you don't use it in everyday context. And aside from this one, specific ideas contained in academic text, the specific ideas in various academic texts are dependent on the field of expertise. Okay? Kung halimbawa ako teacher, usually ang nabasa ko academic text about teaching or about English language teaching. Okay? So, humanities naman, it could be about human expressions, arts and languages. Science naman, ito yung harder, ito yung more accurate, kasi more objective, kasi specific talaga, dapat systematic. But definitely one is not higher than the other, one is not greater than the other, one is not better than the other because we have different purposes. Okay? Same with non-academic text. It's academic text. Hindi sila pareho. Okay? Okay, next. Example of non-academic text naman. Hindi bago sa inyo to. So, for non-academic text, we have email messages, even chat messages. Okay? Simple and informal. Direct to the point. Wala kang, hindi ka naman mag-send ng email or chat sa kasi mo na, according to, like this and like that. Walang ganon. Sabihin mo lang, Besh, pasa mo na yung part mo dun sa thesis. Okay. Besh, pasa mo na yung intro natin. Mapapagalitan na tayo kay Mac. Okay? Pwede pang may emoji. Okay? Then, another is personal opinion. The stuff that you post on social media where you express your emotions or ideas about something. But this could be baseless. Pwedeng tungkol lang sa kung ano nararamdaman mo. Pero pwede rin namang may basis. But then again, before you post something pala, my dear students, make sure that kung kaya mo sabihin yan sa harapan ng classroom, i-post mo. Pero kung hindi mo kaya, sa tingin mo hindi ka comfortable at hindi magiging maganda ang kalalabasan, huwag mo i-post. Okay? Newspapers are non-academic text simply because the content is not intended for academic use. But at times, if your major is related to newspaper writing, it could be. Pero depende sa newspaper, depende sa type, okay? Kasi, for example, if you're talking about tabloid papers, ayan, medyo sensationalized yan, okay? Pero if you're talking about something like Philippine Star, if you're talking about Manila Bulletin, Philippine Daily Inquirer, ayan, you can say that at some point they're reliable. Pero, syempre careful tayo, lalo na sa digital age, isa may fake news. Akala mo yun talaga yung type ng newspaper, pero iba pala siya. Okay? I hope after some time we'll be having time for us to determine which is a fake news from non-fake news. Okay? Or from credible source. Some writers could be not realistic, but then again, newspapers can actually serve their purpose as long as you know they are credible. Okay? Magazines din naman, it's non-academic text because it's for entertainment, leisure. Okay? So this is why magazines are usually placed in noticeable areas when you're waiting for your turn sa dentist, when you're waiting for your appointment sa isang office, or habang may break, you'll see magazines. You'll see lots of pictures, interesting articles, like how to get your, how to get back to your ex in 10 steps, how to be, how to be new version 2.0, okay, this summer. So, ayan, lifestyle, pero hindi madaling gumawa ng magazine. We did this when we were in college and even after work, ay after college, and ang tagal ng ginagawa. It really requires skill. Hindi lang yung article, hindi lang yung feature writing process, but it would include having the right pictures, having the right approach in writing the article, interviewing the right people. And then, of course, you have blog articles or social media posts. Alam niyo yan, yung nakikita niyo sa newsfeed. And please bear in mind that hindi lahat ng nakikita niyo sa social media is good as true, okay? Baka super share kayo, hindi naman pala siya based on credible sources, pinaniwalaan siya as in. Ang daming fake news ngayon, okay? And hindi pwede gamitin yung blog articles as sources for research, okay? Kaya nga kung halimbawa yung nakalagay, 10 steps to lose weight in 3 months, ay hindi yan. Kung hindi siya published sa isang research journal, hindi siya credible. Kasi hindi ganun ang format ng pagta-title kung sa research siya. Point of view of non-academic text, subjective and personal, may rhetorical questions na hindi mo sasagutin, hindi siya sasagutin verbally, but it will make you think, and sometimes it may give us obvious answers, pero ayun, rhetorical ba siya, rhetorical siya, like, for example, natatanong sa'yo ng blogger na, masaya ka na ba sa ganyung sitwasyon? Of course, you could answer that, no. And then again, it will make sense. And then rule breaker, hindi lahat pinafollow niya sa spelling, grammar, other writing, kasi again, it's non-academic. Okay? Mas maganda pa rin, despite being non-academic, kung magsusulat tayo, dapat may substance pa rin. But then again, it depends upon you. It could be subjective, personal, rhetorical. It could be rule breaker, but then again, make sure that it's not. That's fake. At least it shouldn't be fake. Okay? So again, so academic, they're used non-academic for fun purposes, for entertainment purposes, just like, for example, non-academic text, yung Wattpad stories that you're reading, comic books, okay, or posts, like sharing of experiences, the news video, those are non-academic text, okay? So you have a sample tayo ng mga activities, just in case this will be included in your lab. AP daw sa academic, na NAP sa non-academic, opinionated and based on personal feelings. Sabi pa lang yan. Of course, the answer to number 1 is NAP, non-academic text. Number 2 should be backed up by credible sources. Credible sources is academic text. Okay, o next naman tayo. Titles naman, effective Mobile Legends in the academic performance of grade 8. Of course, it's academic text kasi a research yan. Then, how to washable phosphate na. Yung mga how, mga ganyan. It's non-academic text. Okay? So, ito kaya nyo na yan. Gawa ka ng post, yun yung poster, yun yung mga questions. Okay? And then again, fill out the words. Ayan, kaya nyo yan. So naman, independent activity 3, just put the right words that describes COVID. Pero walang pagmumura. Again, academic tayo dito. So, what academic words could connect with COVID-19? And then, gagawa kayo ng short paragraph. Again, our goal is for to write a well-written academic paper or an academic text. So make sure your assessment here, your assessment output should be academic. Okay? So, kaya nyo na yan. So, if there are questions, feel free to ask questions in the comment section. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And I will be providing supplementary videos for you that could help you in your writing process. Okay? Even in reading process. Kasi, but EAPP is inclining more on writing and writing stuff. Pero meron din siyang reading. Perhaps we could talk about subject verb agreement, things that will help you not only for your EAPP but also for your research subject. Okay? So I guess that's it. I hope you learned something. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.